Something gave me the ick the other day.
Always beware of the single man with a cat.
I always invite you out with the girls. You love it. You always love it.
It's not all beavers and yogurt trucks. You want to know some
It was in our room. What do you
also,
do?
like, if he's kissing her, can't he just go for like a sensual nose rub at the same time? Like, you know, like you just go, ooh.
Hello and welcome to the Therapy Crouch with me, Abby Clancy.
And me, Peter Crouch.
Oh, what a week we've had.
It's been good.
We've had a great week. We really cultured ourselves up.
Well, yeah, we went to Naples, right? And what a great place.
It was great being in Naples. They've just won the Champions League.
They won the Serie A.
They won what?
The Premier League of
The Premier League.
Italy.
The
Italian League.
They won the Italian League. So
First time in 30 years, really, since Maradona days. So the place was going off.
yeah, it was absolutely
Just all dressed in sky blue, wasn't it? Everywhere you went, it was like everyone had flags and
Maradona everywhere.
Maradona, like murals on the wall. It's a real like football city. So I enjoyed that, but also the culture.
Well, you were getting literally. We couldn't walk down the road with Pete. He was literally getting stopped by everyone every 2 seconds. You know, because they're huge football fans, so they were just, couldn't believe you were there.
Oh, it was great, and I just loved talking to the Italians because they're so passionate about football. When you speak to them wherever we went, they were so excited about winning the league, and they're waiting for the season to finish so they can just have the biggest party ever. And it's been week long.
So we went with the Caroline and John.
Wow.
We actually went to see a concert.
I took her to see Bono, and obviously with the whole thing of she wanted the wedding song, and I couldn't provide that for her. But what I did provide was a trip to Naples to go and see Bono, and we did. In some ways,
We saw him from afar. Let's say.
You can lead a horse to war, but you can't make it drink.
So I want to stop going on about this Bono thing because I think
Because he
he's going
pied you.
because he pied us, yeah. But I think he's going to get a restraining order on me, and it's making me feel physically ill.
Do you think he knows who you are?
No, I don't think he knows who I am
Why would you
at
get a
all.
restraining order on you there?
Because
He's not even asked about you. That's basically he's not asked one bit, which is great.
Yeah.
Which I expect from a global icon like that.
yeah, I did. It did kind of get put into perspective when he was talking about how Pavarotti was calling his house, and he was trying to pie Pavarotti, and he was
Telling stories about Lady Diana and things like that, and Live Aid, and
and here's me thinking, why won't he sing the fucking wedding song? So yeah, I've been put firmly in my box, and he will not be mentioned ever again.
But having said that, what an incredible show!
Having said that, we're going to Vegas to see them live again.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the show is
Third time lucky.
Stories of Surrender. I
Yes.
believe it's called. Basically like a one-man show of just Bono telling his kind of life story, like where he grew up.
It was extracts from his book, and
So it wasn't music.
It's like basically like a West End show, like a Broadway show. And then he'd sing, break into kind of U2 songs sung in a different way without the band.
Yeah.
Just basically him, producer, get on a harp.
Jack Knife Lee, who I love anyway.
And
That was a treat.
the whole thing was, if you get a chance to go and see it, we were very lucky because we saw it
And
in the
it was in Teatro
Teatro di San Marco.
which is one of the oldest theatres in the world. It was the most incredible venue. How you would imagine a typical Italian opera house to look. The royal box was phenomenal, gold gilt. Everyone was dressed up to the nines. It was a real special event. It was just absolutely fantastic, and I cried the whole way through it, didn't I? It was a real and emotional and insightful show, and God, his voice was just incredible. So that was fantastic. So thank you for that.
No, pleasure. Yeah, and we met a Bono lookalike, which we sent round to everyone saying we've met Bono, and everyone believed it.
I know.
Why are you trying to kill my life.
What? It was funny.
It's not funny. I'm mortified.
It was Bono. It was a Bono lookalike, which was it was funny. It was good getting a picture with him.
Mm. He was in a Naples local who was literally identical to Bono, and we got a picture with him as a joke, thinking, "Oh, it's fine. We'll get that and then compare it to the real one," which didn't happen. So at least we can pretend that was we met Bono.
But a great trip all the same. We went to Pompeii, which was really enlightening. I thought I did a lot of research on Naples in general, really.
Because we went with Caroline and John, who we've mentioned before, are like so clever. They're dates and facts are just rolling off their tongue. So we were like, not going to let these two fucking make out that was stupid. So we did our homework, didn't we? We got a little book on Naples.
Little book, 7 castles in Naples. Castel d'Ovo.
The egg one.
We were right next to that. It's an egg.
But there's one problem. Like I can't retain any information. And I just don't know why. It's like a new thing. I don't know if it's like menopause or...
It's general thickness.
But I was so...
Just bog standard thickness.
No, but I actually was talking about this to one of my friends. I had like 3 kids in 4 years. And, I had 3 kids under 4 or under 5 at one stage. And, your whole life becomes centered around them. You kind of don't speak to any other adult humans. You're not listening to the news. You're not reading the papers. You're not reading books. And, I really feel like at this time, I'm searching for some kind of knowledge and I need to what are you laughing at, you?
No.
What the hell are you laughing at?
I'm just trying to recall a time when you were a big bookworm and I'm trying to blame it on the kids.
No. We don't have the time. Like every time me and Pete go away together, I read a book and I can read a whole book in a day, if it's interesting. But I really feel like at this point in my life now, all the kids are in school. I need to kind of do me and enrich my brain somehow.
Mm-hmm. You can talk to me.
Yeah, but we can't do that, and then this pod doesn't help when we're getting, these mental questions in from our listeners who are definitely bringing down the tone of our pod, by the way.
They are making it. Some of these comments.
We don't want to hear any yogurt trucks.
Crashed the yogurt truck last week, tickled me. Beaver emojis, what more do you want?
I know, but this is not me anymore. I've decided.
What you're trying to do is you get into a certain age where you realise knowledge is power, and you want to increase that knowledge.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing. Let's do. We can do it.
I was going to be a fucking doctor until I met you.
Yeah.
God, crushed my dreams.
A doctor, really?
Yeah.
Is that what you like?
I'm basically a doctor. Pompeii. Going back to Pompeii, it was incredible. Crazy to see how well preserved these Pompeii is, and the Romans were incredible pioneers, and coming up with the pipe system and water and central heating, and they took a lot of inspiration from the Greeks. And
I said we had a guide, and I was talking to this guide.
Okay.
And Ab and our friends John and Caroline were behind, and he told me that this was the reason they called this whatever it was because it was the house of the boar,
the wild boar, which is what you said at Beef House Animal,
basically. And it was printed on the road, and I just said, and obviously I said to the guide, I said, let me say this as if I know it. And then when you all came up, I said, is this the house of the boar? And
Caroline was like,
everyone's face went, oh, yeah, I thought it was. And he went, very good, Peter. Yeah, how did you know? And I was like, I just read up on it. But I'd pulled him like 5 seconds before. And everyone was like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, I know my stuff.
The thing is, it's like, the guide was asking us questions throughout the whole trip. So why do you think this? Why do you think that? And I genuinely knew every answer. But I got stage fright and thought, I can't know this answer. It must be wrong. So I would say something else. And then he'd go, oh no, it was 85 foot or whatever the answer was. And I was like, God, just having that confidence to believe in yourself and answer the question correctly instead of being a complete twerp like me.
What a load of bollocks. What a complete load of bollocks. So you're saying you knew the answer every time he's going to say something? You went, I knew that. Yeah.
But I gave the wrong one instead.
Nonsense.
Oh, God. Well, I don't need you to believe me.
Listen,
know in my heart.
I know you, and I know you're highly intelligent. I know you are. Plenty of people don't think
Just
that,
because I've got a Scouse accent doesn't mean I'm not clever.
I know you are, but like, it's like, it's okay to not know.
But I love it. It was like when we went to the Guinness factory and you were all moaning because I was asking all the questions and you just wanted to go and have a pint. I was genuinely interested in all of that.
I was interested, but like, it was every time you stopped, it was like, how many hops go in this? How much barley do you use?
But we've come.
Piss off. We just want a beverage now.
But we've come home from both trips a little bit, from Dublin and from Naples, a little bit more intelligent.
Exactly.
And a little bit more wiser. And I think,
I'm into it as well.
That's great. Gone are the days when you just want to go on holiday and just get like smashed for the weekend. I actually want to know stuff.
Yeah. It's not all beavers and yogurt trucks. You want to know some
It was in our room. So I've got a wine of the week.
Oh, you have?
It's a wine / apology / I'm aware of this now. If that's a thing.
Okay, this is interesting.
So we had a meeting the other day and there was like 4 of us around the table and one of the participants in the meeting kept interrupting every second and wouldn't let like the main person talk, and it fucking drove me in fucking insane.
Right, so you're getting to know how I feel.
Yeah.
When you interrupt me.
It's a terrible trait to have.
Annoying, isn't it?
But, well, with regards to me, I think mine's kind of okay in a way.
Why?
Because
for what reason?
if I'm having a serious business meeting, you shouldn't interrupt. Like if you're telling one of your like long stories that you're dragging out, like I can interject.
You can. You can.
But when you're trying to,
yeah, it's only because this is my thoughts. If you're telling a story that I know it, but I'll be polite and go and let you tell the story that you're telling. Whereas,
do you know what I love about you actually?
Like that, no, exactly like that.
No,
do you know why? No, just to change the subject.
Do you know what I love about you? When everyone puts a bit of elastic on a story.
Mm.
So like if we're telling a story that Pete knows and I'm just like blatantly lying and adding loads of lazzy to the story.
Don't even say a word.
Doesn't say a word, just
Not
plays along.
Like I'll play along. Like I'll know
respect, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that respect needs to be realised, I think, mutually.
Well, I'm just...
I literally, at times I've heard you lie. That just didn't happen. In my own head, I'm going, none of that happened.
So we met Bono in Naples. We had a lovely dinner with him. He doesn't like fish.
Something along those lines. And I go, yeah, we did, yeah.
No, but you're good at that, whereas I always go, no, we didn't. We didn't do it.
Well, just expose me in front of everyone.
Yeah, sorry.
That's not good teamwork.
It's not.
It's not good teamwork.
So yeah, my weekly wine is People Who Interrupt.
Which is very, very...
I can't believe that you're weekly wine.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I can't believe that's your wine.
I know, but I've come to this self-realisation and I'm going to try my best not to do it.
I don't believe you for a second. The minute I go into a story that you know that's going on too long for your liking, I guarantee you will be in. So, on the subject of weekly wine, I'm going to stay on the same subject here with another thing you do, which is if I'm talking to someone, say in the kitchen or something like that, you'll come in and not understand I'm talking to and just say what you need to say over the top of my conversation.
Yeah, but that's interrupting, isn't it?
Yeah, but like it's like this.
Is an upper level?
It's upper level, yeah, because it's basically like we're talking, but what you're saying is more important than what we're saying.
Yeah, because I'm thinking constantly.
No, but you'll just burst in and change the subject. No matter what the conversation was.
Because in my head, when you're talking about that, in my head,
that can't be interesting. You're thinking that cannot be possibly. Those two people can't be as interesting as what I'm saying.
No, in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, he's saying his own thing, but I've just thought of something that needs addressing, so I'm saying my thing because my mind works quicker than yours.
Yeah, but also like you got to think that like when I go into a room, I go, oh, they look deep in discussion there. I've got something to say, but I'll wait till they've finished. You'll come in and just say it no matter what the conversation is.
Well, apparently this is a family trait because someone said it to my brother as well, and they've come up with a real top tip on how to stop this. So if you are in this, it probably wouldn't work for real life, but if you are in that meeting scenario, give them a notepad and then they can write, instead of interrupting, write down what you want to say. And then when everyone's finished, you can say it then. So I might try that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Little
I
paper
think
pen.
it's basic courtesy, isn't it?
I thought that's not your wine.
Well, it was.
I know what your wine is.
What is it?
So when we were on the plane,
She's telling my story now, and I don't even know what my story is.
so Pete was like,
I'm interested to hear my story.
I've
Tell me.
told you like all the time now. Like Pete will just go, oh, that's going in my notes.
Yeah.
Like when I do something.
Yeah.
So
got a
we
few,
were on the flight and Pete had a Bloody Mary.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
the woman was
This is
pouring
good.
in the Tabasco. And I went, yeah, that's enough now. Pete went, what? Don't you dare tell her that's enough Tabasco.
I'm getting this.
I'll
I
tell
can't
you
believe
when
I
my-
forgot this. I'm sitting there, like, I've Bloody Mary, right? She goes, do you like it spicy? I said, yeah. And she said, I'm going to put this like Worcester sauce in.
She didn't say all of that.
She
She
said,
just went, what's the sauce? And you went, yeah.
yeah, all right.
He
Worcester
just
sauce.
outed them on his lassie as well.
Yeah. Boring lassie though. Needs to be done.
Yeah, she did.
Stop with the boring lassie.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my God. You just said you're going to try and stop it.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, well, anyway, she's pouring it in, and then she goes, the lady goes, say when, and I was going, and she went, yep. I went, pardon? She said to me, say when, and I wasn't, she went, yep, that'll do him.
Did it not even say when?
I was like,
That'll
I
do
just
him.
went, excuse me. I'm a fully grown man.
Mm.
What? Explain yourself.
I think it's just because subconsciously, like when you have so many kids, you're always kind of looking at them at once and
So
checking
I'm
what they're
basically
doing.
one of the kids.
Yeah, and so I was just like, I think I was just multitasking again and just go, yeah, that's enough.
Yeah,
but
that's enough for him,
it
yeah.
was enough, wasn't it?
Whoa.
You actually said it was too
Do
spicy.
you know, it's like the other thing. It's like I need to sort of stand my ground as a man.
Yeah, so he was like,
and
I
go
want more.
I want loads more, please, just to make sure that it's my decision.
And then he was drinking an atomic fireball.
Far too strong.
Sweating on the plane.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 apologies there. But I'm only looking out for you because I know you better than you know you.
That's what it is.
Is what it is. I won't interrupt again. Okay, icky. Sticky icky. Ooh wee. Putting them in the air.
Don't ever do that again. That's a nick. What?
Have I
What?
just made you ick?
What? The word ick makes me ick. I don't even like saying it. It's disgusting. It's a terrible word.
We're
it's,
too
it's,
old
it's
to
like
say ick.
It's like my bad.
Or hey bae.
Bay. Oh, some bad words. Ick.
What do they call
Ick's
it?
one of the worst words.
There's a new word for bae now, isn't there? It's not, people don't say bae anymore, they say something else.
I fucking should have done it in the first place.
What's that, BBL or something? Is it BBL?
Brazilian butt lift.
I need one of them.
Brazilian butt lift. No, I just there's a kind of new generation of words that are
Slay.
they make me physically ill.
I don't like that saying is what it is.
Um,
Everyone keeps saying that lately. Even me.
It's a bit of a cop out answer, isn't it?
It's a cop-out, but why is everyone saying that lately? Is that like the new slay? Do you know what I mean?
These
Slay
words
is
come out
what
your
it
mouth.
is.
These words coming out of your mouth making me feel physically ill.
Slay. That's what the kids do, don't they? Slay.
I so not.
What's the difference between an ick and a red flag? It's not quite as bad as like a red flag, is it?
Yeah, red flag's like psycho. He's going to murder you, isn't it?
No, but I think this, like, the word that I don't want to say is something that annoys you, and but then it annoys you, and those that annoyance can
No,
grow.
ick is a turn off.
Yeah, like for instance.
Why are you pointing at me?
No, I'm just trying to think of what things that would.
Okay, so this
turn me off.
is, this is an audience ick. People who wear white socks with black pants.
The only person that can get away with that is Michael Jackson. I mean, in what planet are you on?
Or Jeffros in general. I think.
What
you do
what
that-
makes me ick? What gives me the ick is half socks. I just a man who wears a half sock.
Mm.
There's like a murderer.
No, but I know what you mean. But I think on the golf course, actually, because you can get...
No, but then you get that ankle thing.
No, because if you wear normal socks, you get like really white ankles because you're on the golf course all
Well,
day.
only you do because you've got gorgeous golden skin. I wouldn't. My leg would stay white. No, you always get that ankle rash.
Yeah, but that's why you have to... I wear socks. Like,
But you don't wear... If you put a pair of half socks on, I'd literally vomit in your face.
yeah, they're not. But
They're not big and
I
they're
think
not clever, folks.
It's just for golf. You couldn't wear them. Anyone who wears them with a pair of trainers
I reckon
on
we
on a day out.
I reckon, there's a lot... some of our single listeners listening to this pod should ask themselves the question, do they wear a half sock? And if they do, that's why they're single. Because I could not go out with a person with a half sock.
Really?
I know the practical.
What is a half sock?
The ones that go underneath the...
I'm not. I'm
trainer.
agreeing. I have no idea what we're talking about.
You know them half socks that you just like a
You
trainer.
don't have a pull-up. I think you can get away with it if you can't see it. But if you can see the little
when
half
someone takes the
popping
shoes
up.
off and have a half sock on, they're like, oh,
It's not
'cause it's
ideal.
like they've made the conscious decision. Like, do I want my sock on show today? No, let's go for the half sock
Such
then.
a good point. It's like they've gone to like a lot of trouble
And it's
to
also
put it on. They're
it's
like, because
also
it looks better.
it's also admitting that you get sweaty feet. Because I don't wear socks ever
You don't.
unless I'm wearing a boot, and I don't ever have sweaty feet or smelly feet. I've just never had it in my life.
But you know,
Or BF.
sometimes you did have a bit of spicy VO the other day.
No, I didn't.
Tiny bit.
No, I
Um,
didn't. You don't have sweaty, smelly feet either?
No, I don't.
Do you
No.
not wear socks with any shoes, like trainers? If
No,
you,
I don't.
that's an ick. That
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
But imagine the feeling of your feet inside a bare shoe.
A fish. I suppose it's like wearing no underpants. Like Jason, our friend, wears no undies.
He went,
Like
he went to a suit fit for my wedding with no undies on. I was like, mate, you got to go and do your suit. He was like, I can't because I've got no pants on.
Lend your
So a
undies
suit
there,
fitting,
mate.
he's literally only got to take his trousers off and put a new pair on, and he didn't have any pants on.
But
Imagine.
I used to do that in school. I used to wear no knickers with tights. When I was a kid, I couldn't wear knickers and tights together. I remember I was doing PE, and I had to take my tights off, and they were like, get ready for PE. You remember you used to get ready, and you used to get changed in the classroom,
Yeah.
and like in front of everyone. It's primary school, and Miss Pepper, my teacher was called. Oh, I loved her, and she was like, "You have to take your tights off," and I said I had this condition on my legs.
No way.
That I couldn't take my tights off because I was so scared to admit that I didn't wear knickers with tights.
Do you know what I just thought of as well? You know, you said you only wear socks with boots. Like, obviously, Ab will go out look incredible, right? And she'll get home and take her boots off. She's got like a pair of my fucking Umbros on.
Yeah.
You know?
Gorgeous little black mini dress with
Great black
fabulous
mini, like
boots.
some knee-high boots, right? And I'll go, oh, she looks spectacular. And pull them off and she's got a pair of Umbros.
I actually like, do you know what socks I love? Under a knee-high boot. You know them compression socks?
Yeah.
So you've got them compression socks
Yeah.
from like football or whatever?
Yeah.
So it's like a thigh sock, like a knee sock,
They're
but it's
good,
like
those.
it's like a spank sock. And I love wearing them under your boots. Because if you're on your feet all day and your legs like swell.
Well, you know what? We got so many here from the listeners.
So socks, half socks and socks with white socks with black pants is a no-go.
Yeah, when men dangle their legs from a bar stool, just prop them up on the stool and stop swinging.
Well, I don't
Problem?
know where I've never ever been able to dangle my legs off a stool, and neither of you.
Well, I just put them on the floor.
Same.
There's no other option for me.
I know, same.
Regardless of the height of the stool, they're all permanently on the floor. So there's not much swinging from me. On the chairs, anyway.
The only chair you've dangled your leg off is like one of them swings in the fair.
Which one?
You know,
Yeah, when they're so high up. Yeah, that
you
feels
imagine?
liberating. That.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I can dangle my legs.
Oh, you know, even when I go on like the Nemesis or
You can't go on there.
things like that. Like
You're too tall.
I do go on, but on the Nemesis, obviously your legs are hanging, aren't they?
Pete, you're not allowed on them.
I always worry. I always cross them because I think if anyone's going to smash their leg on the rock, it's going to be
You're-
me. So I literally go on a nemesis and like just pull my
Babe,
knees
you're
in.
not
like,
allowed on Nemesis.
Well, I got no. It was the,
You got
the
you
Nemesis
got
was
thrown
fine.
off.
No, I got thrown off the one at Chessington. That was embarrassing. I was sitting there in the thing, and you know, it's like usually it's like some big fella can't get his thing on or something. And everyone goes, "Whoa!" Well, I was that person. They were like, "Oh," and he said, "She's just too big for this." And I went, "Oh, please, no." So I had to unfold myself out of the carriage. The whole ride everyone was looking at me. Like, oh,
It's like when Sophia went to that summer camp, and she wouldn't let Pete take her in and Pete was like, "Why wouldn't you let me walk you in?" And she was like, "Because Dad, you're too tall. I don't want everyone looking at you." So Pete was traumatized. And then when he went to pick her up, she was like, "Dad, get out the car." So he was like, "Oh my God, I got told this morning I can't get out the car. Now she's telling me to come in." Because when she realized like all the boys were like football fans and loved her dad, she was like, "Come in and so I can show you off now."
I
that
went
you're not
from
too
like
tall.
not being allowed in. Yeah, I went from not being allowed in to then like, come and say hello.
Okay, I've got another ick here. When the missus says "pooey" when she changes the daughter's
Yeah,
nappy.
on that. Massively on that. It's like, it's along the lines of Rupert. Oh, Rupert's done a big shit, right? Pooey. Obviously, they wouldn't say big shit. But they're going, "Oh, pooey." That's a definite thing. You can't say that. It's not good. Just say, he's had a dump here. Bollocks.
Okay. My husband, since I got him to listen to your podcast with the beaver emoji, got one within 10 minutes.
Really? This is great. So many
You've
people
actually had a few of your friends messaging you, haven't you, saying, "I've just tried out the beaver. Doesn't work."
Yeah, I had one, Premier League footballer actually, who texted me and said, "Doesn't work, mate."
No, he said, "I've just sent the beaver emoji." And you said,
Any joy?
And he went, "Not one bit."
No sniff whatsoever.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. Big,
My husband's bum shape. Oh, no.
gives her the ick.
Oh,
That's terrible.
yeah. But I know you think the same of mine.
Do you know what's like a big ick for women? It's not for me, but I told you the other day, Ross, men who own cats, single men who own cats.
Oh, that's a great shout.
People get really...
I wouldn't trust them.
Mm.
I don't think I trust them.
I love cats.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trust a single man with a cat.
What about a single man with a dog, though?
Oh yeah, that's cool. It's like a single dad.
I think it's okay. It's slightly better than a cat. I don't know. I feel like a cat is a female. I don't know. They're very, very similar, aren't they? Cats.
In what sense? Aloof, moody,
Sly.
spiteful,
Aloof,
sly.
moody, sly. Yeah,
but
like selfish.
Our cats aren't like that.
Lazy.
Our cats aren't like that. Our cats are lovely. Look at Maggie. If I was a cat, I'd want to be. If I was a woman, I'd want to be Maggie. She goes out, hunts her own food, comes in. She's intelligent. She goes into everyone else's house and eats.
I'm not being
cat's
anti.
food.
I'm not being anti-cat at all. I'm not. I like our cats. They sit on my knee. I stroke them and all that. But if I was a single man, I would not have a cat. And I'm pretty safe to say that I reckon a lot of men.
So if we split up, you want me to take the cats?
No, it's not like there are cats now,
So you would...
Yes. Yes is the honest answer. But I don't say I don't love them, but I don't always beware of the single man with a cat.
Thingy had one, didn't he?
Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil.
Yeah, he did. A hairless one as well.
Hairless.
Oof.
Oh, I quite like them.
No way.
No, I think you've got to be pretty... I don't know, yeah. I wouldn't associate it. I think it's the people I knock about with, like, I don't think they would have a cat. There's plenty of other, there's plenty of different...
Not many people have cats nowadays.
Yeah, there's cats, and I've always had cats. I've had them, my whole life. They've always been in my family. None of them have been my choice. I like cats, but I wouldn't have one. I wouldn't choose to go and
You
get
can't deny a kitten is not the cutest baby animal in the world.
No, they're lovely. They're lovely. But could you see me, right? Seriously, right? If you weren't with me and you met me and you went back to my house.
Yeah, the cat. And there was a cat litter tray in your bedroom.
I said, are you sure you're not? Yeah, you sure you haven't got a girlfriend? And I said, no.
What makes you think
Just me and Trixie. You would run.
Funny. I'd be made up, actually.
Men who take baths.
Oh, I love a bath.
I had a bath last night. Didn't give you any problems, did it?
I actually got in after you, which gives me the ick.
Why? What's wrong
Because
with that?
I've never, ever got in your bath. You always get in mine.
Oh, you have to wait half an hour for it to cool down. That scalding bath thing you do is mad.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you the ick.
No, but it's just hurts.
I come out like, I know Michael McIntyre said this before, but you come out like pink from there down.
Yeah, they're so hot, aren't they?
But you love my baths because I put like all the Epsom salts in and the essential oils.
There's another one here, right? People who run after buses. Like, what?
I love that.
But like, if I'm just imagining like an attractive girl or whatever, like just standing there watching a man and going, ugh. Like, what's that about? He wants to get on the bus.
Look at that loser, doesn't want to be late for work.
Look at that. Loser, trying to be on time.
I always like it when people run for the bus and miss it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
And
you see them like that.
The best one's when they run for the tube and it closes in their face. And then where do you go from there? The whole carriage is laughing at you. And you just got to go, just turn around and wait for the next one. Running for bus.
Didn't want it anyway.
Yeah, I didn't want it. But
right.
Running for bus is a bit harsh.
My wife got the ick because I asked for a photo with a footballer on the train home from Disney and she said I was an embarrassment and should leave him alone as he's on holiday with his family.
I've seen this a few times with fellas coming over and then the wife has to take the picture and she's mortified that it's happening, the whole situation. But the fella wants to finish really happy. He's like, double thumbs up. Not a care in the world. And you can see the woman's going, oh my God, this is making me ill. Like, it does happen that.
I know something gave me the ick the other day. Do you remember when I found that lost dog? And it was an old dog and it was like, it had cataracts, it was blind, it was full of mud. It was like a bit of a scary looking little thing. And I flagged one of a car down in our road and this man got out and he was scared of the dog and it gave me the ick. I'm like, you're a man, just fucking grab the dog.
Was it a chihuahua as well or something?
It was a chihuahua.
Yeah, I get that.
It gave me the ick because I'm just reading one here. I got the ick the other day after watching a date try to shoo away a pigeon and the pigeon didn't move.
Oh my God! Imagine that was like when I ran away from the squirrel.
Yeah.
Did that make you feel like a little bit disgusted?
Well, we were new.
Some squirrel though.
We were new then, so I was trying to not let it give me the ick. But people, you were like, ah! Literally.
When I was running from the pigeon, right?
No, we went like this. No, it wasn't a pigeon. It was a squirrel. He went, oh, look at this cute little guy. Then the pigeon just started. The squirrel just tried to run up his leg, thinking he was a tree. And he was like, ah! Like running through Chester. And why do I keep saying pigeon? And the squirrel was chasing.
Yeah, no, I was in Chester and we were walking through this park and you just walk into squirrels. You know what I mean? Just walk into pigeons. They just scatter, right? Just run. I just walked into a squirrel. It ran at me. I went, oh! And then I just kept like walking fast away from it and then it just kept chasing. So in the end, I got a little jog on. And I thought to myself,
it wasn't a jog on. You were screaming.
She must think I'm such a wimp.
It's like it was really early on in our
It was quite early on and I was running from a squirrel. It wasn't good. I knew it wasn't good. I knew it was giving you that feeling, but I was scared of it. It looked like it was going to attack me.
You did it in, because bizarrely, like, and this is true, you genuinely don't give me the ick on anything. And that's like...
I appreciate that.
That's hand on heart. Like, but... You know, when we went to Longleat the other day and you wouldn't hold the tarantula,
you've never let me forget that.
If you were a new date,
I would hold
that would be over.
Oh, really?
If you couldn't hold a spider, because how could you protect me?
But you held the tarantula and the kids were so happy with you holding it. And you said, do you want to hold it? And I said, no, one of the parents has held it. I think that's fine now.
I remember when I was young and I was...
I think we're okay.
Ick.
But I've been back since and I've held the tarantula.
Because it really offended you.
It did, because you didn't really forget it. And I thought, when I go back there, I'm going to make sure
His
I
hand is like that. When I was young, I went on a date with this guy. Remember, I've told you the story. So I used to work in this shop, like vintage, and they had like a market stall in this market in Liverpool, Grady, which I loved. And there was a guy there, and he was like really good looking, like model good looking, long hair, all of that jazz. And he asked me out on a date. So I said yeah, and then when we swapped numbers, he was texting me like about what he was wearing on the date and what am I wearing. And then he was like, I'm going to wear these little, like, I'm just making this part of like a white shirt and then a black pants or whatever. And
accessories as well.
And I'm going to wear like these little bracelets, like black and white bracelets to like match the outfit. And I was like, safe to say I didn't go on the date and blocked him. Literally, I was like, no, because you just literally wear what's clean. And I love that about you. You don't even like look in the mirror. You just like, that's a clean white t-shirt. That's a clean pair of jeans. Put it on, you're out the door.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, I get why that would.
I couldn't be arsed with a man who was like so into the way they looked. That's icky.
Agreed.
Ross definitely isn't like that. Cause
wash and go.
That can't be a conscious decision.
He hasn't thought about that. No way.
This isn't even clean.
This is funny. When my other half fills the car with fuel and goes, she's thirsty.
These people, surely not. I don't know. There's no one in my friendship group that would say that. No way. There are people out there that say that.
She's thirsty. She's a thirsty one. I hate that as well, do you? She's a feisty one. Think those kind of comments.
Thirsty? You can't say that, can you? What about this one? This is plain and simple. Magicians.
Yeah. Magicians do.
Some magicians are cool. If I could do a trick now.
Yeah, fucking David Blaine's cool.
No, if you
Dynamo's
can walk
cool.
into a pub and do a trick, that's a good thing.
I don't think she's talking about those kind of A-list.
Like Stephen Mullen. That's what she's talking about.
How do you know?
Because you can just tell.
Stephen Mullen. Oh, yeah. It's bad you're here.
Yeah.
I went to a kid's party the other day and the magician was absolutely insane. Like bad. Like I actually couldn't believe it. And then he got this platypus puppet out and it was filthy. It looked like he just found it in a skip. It looked like it had been wet and then air dried in a muddy puddle. He went to one of the mums. He got the platypus. I went to the talking like that to the mum. And then she went, oh, the platypus wants a kiss. And the woman went to kiss it and he just grabbed the face with this whole platypus, but like with such force, nearly knocked her out. And I was thinking, oh my God, it's filthy. And she shit herself. All the kids were traumatized seeing the mum just get like literally assaulted by this platypus. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, magicians, I'm with you.
Oh, it's funny that. Oh, there's a football one here. When they've supported Everton all their life, and at the age of 32 decide to support Liverpool because this new group of mates support Liverpool.
Do you know what? That's
proper
just
football fan, is he?
Is that you, Ross?
Even...
I'm not 32.
Oh yeah, or a Liverpool fan.
That's just absolutely ridiculous.
Do you know what? That actually gives. I think the thing about that, what gives me the ick, is how people's minds are changed, surrounded by depending on what group they're in. You know, people who change who they are to be with in different groups. That gives me the ick.
It's no good, that, is it?
No.
You've absolutely got to be who you are, haven't you?
I'm not surprised he didn't want to support Everton, though. That's not. Really
but I think if it was a different team, I could understand it. But if you're an Everton fan, I get it.
So do I.
Okay. And finally, people who use the word ick.
I'm glad I didn't know that was at the bottom. That's my thing. Out of all those things there, people who use that word, I can't even bring myself to say it.
We've been saying it for about half an hour.
If you use ick, I haven't. If you think about it, if you use the word ick, you're a dick or a prick.
And you give me the ick. And you make me sick. Oh, God, icks. Do I give you the ick at all?
No, not in any way. I don't think there's one thing. Yeah, you annoy me at times. But there's nothing that I go, oh. Runs are funny, I think sometimes.
Runs?
Yeah, like I think.
When you see me run?
No, because your run's fine, totally fine. But I'm just saying, like, no, I mean that. A run's not bad. I mean that. You got a fine run, it's fine.
I won the fucking relay in the garden.
What?
I won the race.
Your run's fine, but like, I'm not saying I've got a good run because I play football, but I look like a fucking antelope. But like, if someone's got, like, someone could be really attractive, right? They go, oh no, I'm late for the bus, and do, you know, like girl from Friends.
Yeah.
You know, and then do this like ridiculous run, or even like a little shop, like a little.
I tell you what gives me
like
the ick.
little, like if I'm you're a big fella and you go, oh, he's gorgeous, and then he does a little duck run to the bus. You go, oh my God, shit.
Do you know what else? Similar to those on those lines, you know, when I was in Boots the other day, there was this like really good looking guy, and then
Was there? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Boots as well.
You with me?
Fitty in there.
You with me? And we discussed it. We laughed about it together. Voices.
All right, Pete.
Do you know, like having like a really bad voice?
Yeah,
Remember, he was like a good, like strapping young man, and then he had like a terrible voice like that. And he went, "Excuse me, do you know where the earplugs are?" And we were like, "Oh my God, I wasn't expecting that voice to come out of him." Do you remember? And we were like, it's unfortunate if you've got a bad voice, a bad speaking voice.
That's so true, yeah. So true. I wasn't, yeah. It's a bad one. Like, that wasn't his voice.
No.
Where did it come from?
I don't know. Bad voices.
Oh, God. That is a bad one, yeah. But it can't be helped sometimes.
And an ick is hard to undo though. Like an ick early on in a relationship could be the difference between the next date, I think.
Yeah, because you're not, you know, he might have been absolutely perfect, but then, you know, he might run for the bus at the end and ruin it.
It's like on Shallow Hal, remember when he was going out with that unbelievably good-looking girl, and he didn't want to go out with her again because she had a long second toe.
Yeah.
And he was like, ugh! And she was like hot, like 12 out of 10, and he was disgusting and wouldn't go out with her because she had a long toe.
Yeah, but like and they're very personal to people, aren't they? Like something that annoys you or
do you know what
makes you feel ill.
I'm keep thinking of loads of icks now. Do you know what icks me?
What?
You know when you
Will
like
you stop saying the word ick?
You know when you know when you say like give someone a compliment and they go like
that is specific. That.
Do you know, like
well,
when you say something to someone and they're like pleased with themselves?
As if like I know.
That just gives you the icks so
I
much.
don't know, like because you ask compliment you and you'll just come back with something just really like aggressive. So I'll say you look gorgeous today and go fuck off.
So I give you the ick.
Well, no, it's just like to bear in mind. I think it's like, you know, I'll go, oh God, don't you look gorgeous? And no, I don't.
I wonder if that could be like one of the reasons why we're still together after 16 years because
we haven't got any.
We haven't got any icks.
I genuinely can't. I want to think of one, and there's nothing that, you know, there's certain things like we talk about that we say, you know, the weekly wines. We have a few of those,
yeah,
but there's nothing
icks.
there's nothing that makes me feel like that with you at all.
Nothing. What did you look at my arm?
What about like my?
Why did you look at my arm? Are you thinking of an ick and looking at my arm?
No.
You are?
Freckles.
I'm not at all.
Ugh, freckles. Ugh. You said you like freckles.
There's nothing that like. There's nothing you do or anything. Arm away, and we'll be fine.
Shut up. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, if your partner is, I don't know, because there's some of them aren't. It's not their fault, really. You know, like if you do things like if you run funny for a bus or, long nails you can address, can't you?
Yeah.
Half socks are easily addressable.
Yeah.
Do you bring it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, just say, if I wore a pair of half socks and had long nails, you say those nails are disgusting and take the half socks off, and I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah. I've never seen you in a half sock.
Golf, I've done it a few times.
Where'd you get them from?
You can buy them in a golf shop. If I forget my socks or something like that, like
how would you forget your socks? So you've gone out sockless?
No, but you'd want to change into your socks after. Like there's golf socks and then there's not.
That's my first day. You, the fucking dopiest, most unorganised man on the planet.
Can't say I'm not organised for golf.
Remembers to bring a separate sock for golf.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Vile.
Change your clothes.
Vile. Clothes I get, but not a sock.
Put a sock in it. Well, I think we should get into some of these agony abs, do you? Do you want to go first or shall I?
I'll do it. You go first.
Okay. Hi, Abbey and Peter. My missus thinks it's okay to come for one drink with the lads. It's never one fucking drink, though, is it? She's so smart, it infuriates me because she knows exactly what she's doing. The lads won't tell her to leave. When she hints at leaving, the lads are like, one more drink, come on. 2 things I'd like to pick out here. A, fuck off and let me bitch to the lads about how you're being a pest. And B, us lads need to talk sports and how you could have been pros if we didn't care about
We can't say that.
women at 14. Regards, soon to be single,
Anunez.
Spanish and on.
You always ask me to come for one. You do. But I know why.
So I can stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think if you're there, sometimes I'm having such a good time and I know you're at home sitting there doing nothing. So I'm like,
Yeah, because I've got
you
no
might as well
life.
come up.
So I've got no life.
You might as well come up. Does that feel bad?
I
You
don't
just sitting there.
ever want you to start a sentence to me with you may as well. Because you did that when we moved in together.
Yeah.
You may as well move in. You may as well come up. It means I don't really want you to. But, okay, just come then.
Well, I'm glad you've got it.
You may as well fuck off.
It's working then.
No, because you always invite me for a drink and then I come and then you literally sit there for like an hour bragging about how amazing I am and how I can. It's rare that you can find a girl that would be able to sit with the boys, and then you really embarrass me, and then I don't want to come. Is that a tactic?
No. There are times where, because the thing is with you, you can hold a court with the lads, no problem. I think there are other wives out there who'll be like bored stiff, not getting involved, don't want to be there. But with you, I know I can bring you up in any situation, and you'll be involved, and it'll feel quite smooth and fine. Well done for that.
I always invite you out with the girls. You love it. You always love it.
Listen, I don't hate it. You know, your mates are quite fun as well. It's all good. I don't mind.
How does he address this then?
I think he's got to just say, "No, I'm with the lads tonight. I'll see you tomorrow." And then you probably get.
But what would you do if I said that to you? Sorry.
It's a girls'
just the
night.
girls.
It's totally fine. I'll be totally fine with that.
Yeah, but that annoys me the way you're fine with that.
But that's totally fine. If, like,
I don't want you to be fine.
I don't want to go in with like 8 girls talking about girly stuff.
Clothes. Talking about clothes and makeup and kittens. Is that what we talk about?
No,
Is that what you're about to
No,
say?
I wasn't about to say
You're
that.
talking about the fucking Russian Revolution.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about like
In my book club.
No, like I don't like. There's definitely times where you should be with the girls and times I should be with the boys. Like you do need that sometimes. I'm sure you vent anger to your female friends about me sometimes. I'm sure you do.
Well,
oh, he's such a bastard. It's a complete nightmare. Oh, I don't want to be involved in that.
yeah, but I'm not. I'm not.
Such a bastard.
I want you to miss me though if I say, oh, it's a girls' one. I don't want you to just take it and go, that's fine. I want you to be like, oh.
But I do like it, babe. Please invite me. No, there are times where you should do your thing and I should do mine.
Okay.
That's just
Noted.
great. And I think that, going back, was good advice for him. Next one.
So, Mickey Flanagan, it's a girl thing. Sorry, you can't come. Is that okay?
Yeah, but it's not a girl thing, is it?
It is.
It's not though. You can go to Magic Mike with your mates.
Oh, as if. I wanted to go to Magic Mike and you said no. Literally, we were going to do it for Kaz's 50th and people were like, you're not going to that.
No, I said.
Imagine if I turned around and said, we're going to a strippers for Tommy's birthday. I'm like, there's a difference between a strip club and Magic Mike.
I don't think there is at all. If I said to you, I'm going to Stringfellows for the evening,
instant divorce.
It's the same thing. It's just male strippers.
It's not male strippers, the dancer, qualified dancers.
So are the girls in Stringfellows.
Fucking not. Hi, Ab. We love your podcast, and it would be hilarious if you could read this ick because my fella will watch. My fella is obsessed with grabbing my toes and cracking them. I absolutely hate it, but he's obsessed. When I ask him to
toe man.
When I ask him to stop, he takes it personally, as though pulling on my toes is a romantic gesture. He's never indicated that he's got a foot fetish in the bedroom, but I genuinely think he gets a bit of a kick out of it, and I'm not a fan. Any advice on how we can get through this? Ashley, yes. Don't wear your half socks with your trainers. Make sure you got a nice cheesy scent on your feet.
Oh yeah. She's probably putting his feet on his lap or something. Like, how's he near the feet anyway? Like, she must be lying on him. And if you're lying on me, like, I'll give you a foot massage if your foot's on me.
She's on the bar stool and he's on the floor.
He's on the floor in a gimp mask.
She's dangling her legs off the bar stool and he's lying on the floor like that.
I think it's a sign of affection. But if it's making you feel uncomfortable, just say, like, will you stop with the cracking of the feet?
I do it to the kids. Click the feet.
Mm-hmm. I quite like that.
You don't like it when I bend your finger over and flick it?
Oh no, because it makes me feel like there's veins.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
So if you bend your fingers over and flick the tip,
I'm always flicking the tip.
There's like no the tendon is like relaxed, so it like flicks, and it's like a real nice feeling.
It's not nice feeling. It's not.
Pete hates it when I do. You also hate it when I push your cuticles down.
No, I can't stand that either. Yeah. Well, you're like a little like chimp.
I know.
It's like picking stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
What's all that about?
But I don't. If it annoys her, she needs to just
get to stop it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I would say it's a sign of affection.
Yeah, it's indeed.
If he likes to go near your toes, like, they're not the nicest part of the body, are they? I think
I don't mind feet. Quite like them.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Well, I like your feet. I don't like random feet.
No.
And I like my kids' feet.
Don't you get on social media sometimes?
I love babies' feet.
People will say, you send us a photo of your feet and stuff like that. Do you get that? Mad thing, though.
Yeah, because I haven't got the nicest feet in the world. They're quite bunyan-esque.
Bunyan-esque.
Yeah, but there's people out there that
and one of my toes is like size 4. Like, I'm a 7. And on one foot, my toe's huge. My big toe's huge. I've got one nice foot. My left foot's nice, but my right one's not.
Okay. Hi, Abbey and Peter. Absolutely love the pod. My problem is to do with my husband, who I absolutely love. We have a 2-year-old who I also absolutely love. We both work an hour from home and sometimes get home with very little time before the baby goes to bed. We then have tea with just the two of us, which works great. However, twice weekly. No idea. However, twice weekly, my husband does not come home from work. He goes to his beloved Jiu-Jitsu class. I admire my husband for doing this, as he always says it helps his mind and body, keeps him fit. And I don't have a problem with the why. I'm actually all for it. The issue is that I'm on my own for these 2 nights with the baby. I then have to make tea and don't end up sitting down until 9 p.m. after a whole working day. Sometimes the baby doesn't want to go to sleep, meaning I am up in his bedroom till sometimes 9 o'clock. I then, by this point, have had no break, no tea, and then my husband comes home all sweaty and exhilarated from his class. On the other hand, I'm exhausted, yet to make the tea, clean up, and get to bed myself. Don't get me wrong, he does sometimes take over making the tea, but I'd love to do a class myself, and he often says I should. But if I did, the baby would then be without a mum and dad for 4 nights a week, which I don't think's right. So I don't do anything for myself. We argue about this a lot. I asked if he would change class somewhere closer so that he hasn't gone for so long, but he refuses and says it's non-negotiable. I feel I'm constantly given a short straw.
He might just throw a karate move at her if she carries on.
She could get carefully. He could get Jiu-Jitsu'd. Am I simply being daft? As I'm so grateful for my husband, and I don't want to moan at him for doing what makes him happy. But this makes me unhappy at the moment. I'd love to know how you tackle this. Thanks again for your pod. Love, wifey with a wine in my hand.
Ah, well, I think that's the hard part about being a working parents. As a woman and a mother, and a worker.
I think you can say
That's
that.
the right thing to say. You do get the mum guilt going to work and thinking, oh God, I'm not there for bedtime and feeding the kids and putting them to bed. But you know, it's reality.
You also want time for yourself as well.
But work is not the time for herself. You know, often, you know, I go, oh, I'd love to go to the gym, but I can't, because you know, so busy with the kids and your own work, and for you, sometimes you're not there for bath, bed, tea time, and I'm on my own to do all of that. You know, it is hard juggling all of that, and so I totally relate to her because I felt like this at times myself. But I would say it is important to have that bit of you time. Like I've just started horse riding again because, you know, Pete thinks me going to work, it's like a little bit, it's like day off for me or whatever, going to work because I'm just getting my makeup done and, you know.
Similar to what you said for 15 years about me kicking a ball around with my mates.
Yeah, basically. But, you know, it's so important to have that bit of you time, and he's getting his going to the Jiu-Jitsu. But why?
He has said.
How long's the bloody class? If he's coming in after 9.
I think it's further afield. You know what I mean? It's quite a way away from their house. She said, "Can you move it closer?" And he's like, "No, that's my class.
That's my club.
It's my club." You know, and he's got mates there probably. But he's also said, "Why don't you go 1 or 2 days a week and do something?" Which I think she should take. Yeah, but she feels guilty about it.
Yeah, but we've had that discussion where if you're doing something and then you're like, "Well, why don't you go and do something?" But then it's like, well, that's 2 nights away. We're both away from the kids and away from each other.
Yeah, but also,
so we kind of don't want to do it.
On the flip side of that, you could look at it like you get some quality time, just you and the kids, and then I get some quality time, just me and the kids, and then on the weekend we can do something as a family. You get something, you do something for yourself, I do something for myself. You know, we have quality time with the kids bonding on our own, and then you have a weekend together. Like it actually could work out okay. But I know I get it because you get it as well, because you feel guilty about going to do things for you.
Yeah.
You know, and you shouldn't, because if I was a jiu-jitsu man, on a Tuesday.
But you play golf. Like golf's like a long day.
Yeah, but like the thing is, I'm lucky enough to be able to do it when the kids are at school. You know, very rarely I play on a weekend.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I'd get it done when the kids are at school.
Because you work on the weekend?
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like I would feel a bit like if I was doing something regularly in the evening after work.
Because a lot of men are in like football teams and stuff, aren't they? And go and play 5-a-side and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm lucky in my job that I can, every now and then I'll have like a Tuesday off where I can do something for myself when the kids are at school. Whereas some people are working 9 to 5, 5 days a week.
And there's no physical time to do it.
There's absolutely no time unless you do it on a weekend or you do it in the evening. And you're going to go insane if you don't have those things.
And it is hard, if she's out at work all day as well and then doing all that on her own and missing her husband and he's getting a release and she isn't. I think they kind of need to address it now because, then to avoid resentment building up.
Definitely, yeah. And I think she should take
Why can't he just do 1 class a week?
I don't know.
He should just do 1 and then she can do 1 and then that's not an extra day away from the kids. I think that's the solution.
Okay, yeah.
Hi guys, a year and a bit ago, I was seeing this guy and we had planned to meet for the first time, which was very exciting because all had gone well up until this point. But when I met him, he had brought me a drawing that he had done of one of my Instagram pictures.
What? Drawing what?
When I met him, he brought me a drawing he had done of one of my Instagram pictures, which he had traced using tracing paper of me in a bikini from behind. I didn't know what to say, so I thanked him and said he didn't need to do that. But it's safe to say I never saw him again after that, as it gave me the ick. He brought chocolate too, which was nice. but the picture was not. Was it mean or was that valid?
Totally valid.
Tracing full stop just gives me the fucking ick.
If I'm just thinking, like, if I pulled your picture off the internet, right, or off the Instagram, and I was at home on my own tracing like a girl in a bikini, and then I brought it to you and said, "There you go. What do you think of that? I've been doing that, even though I've not met you." There's got to be alarm bells there, surely. You just say, you go, like, "That's a great picture, that." I'm a good drawer, you know, if you draw that.
Surely.
Even if he's using tracing paper.
I know, yeah. But surely they should have the first date, because obviously, let's forget that it's traced for a moment. And it's like, what do you do? I'm an artist. Oh my God, that's amazing. You're an artist. What do you draw? Portraits. You know, oh my God, great. So then she knows that he's an artist and he can draw. So that on the next meeting, he goes, look, I've made you this.
Yeah, okay.
That's okay. But you don't trace an Instagram picture and bring it on the... So he's like basically admitting he's been like scrolling through the gram as well.
Poaching the egg.
Yeah, a bit much that, yeah. Oh my
That's
God.
hilarious. Some people are absolutely mental, aren't they? What are people thinking?
I just don't know. I don't know where. No, that's completely valid. It's a strange one, that.
It's hilarious.
Okay. Hey guys, big love to the show. Crouchy preferred the other pod, but here we are. Big love, Johnny. Anyway, went out with a girl recently and we had a nice time getting drunk at the local. It was our second date and I've just moved out with Mams into my own place. So I'm fairly busy on the dating scene. We got back to my place and I noticed there was a giant bogey on the end of her nose. I decided to ignore it because she was pretty fit and I didn't want to embarrass her. So a few drinks later, despite the bogey, we headed to the bedroom for some Swedish house mafia. Anyway, when we finished, the absolute boulder that was on the end of her nose was smudged onto my neck. I'm seeing her again nevertheless, as I actually quite like her. Just goes to show you can look past icks. Johnny.
That's unfortunate, that, isn't it?
It's
like lippy on the teeth, isn't it? Or what do you do?
Like, if he's kissing her, can't he just go for like a sensual nose rub at the same time? Like, you know, like you just go, oh, get that off.
Because then it'll be like on his arm or something.
Yeah, but you know, he's with her. Surely you could just get it off your nose. What if it was a stringy one though?
But, babe, shut up.
Stringy
I'm just putting myself in that scenario. If I was on a second date with you.
Another bogey on my nose.
No, and you wiped a bogey off my nose.
Yeah.
No, I would want to curl up and the floor swallow me up.
What about if we were on a date and I said, "You got a bogey on your nose there," like early date, just a bogey on your nose.
That's what I've just said. That's what I've just said.
You said wipe it off. I'm talking about, you know, that's the throes of passion. I'm talking about in a restaurant. Like, if I just said, you got a bogey on your nose, would you be mortified?
I just hate the word bogey. I've never even said it in my life. Apart from when we shout it in the cinema and stuff.
Shout out to Dick and Dom.
Dick and Dom. Dick and Dom. What have I just done?
You wouldn't be happy with that. I don't know what that was. Never do it again, no.
Is that the first
Yeah,
hit?
it could be the first one.
And me and Pete sometimes like go into a really public place, really crowded place and go, bogeys! We copy Dick and Dom, obviously.
Yeah, it was.
And everyone looks around. We love doing it. How childish are we?
It's so childish.
So wrong with
There's
us.
nothing, it's funny.
So we often do that, but I don't like the word bogey. But I would hate it if you said, oh, you've got bogey on your nose. But it depends how close you are with someone. Like, I'd say that to you now.
Yeah, well, you have. I think you have done.
But it's like...
I remember once you said your breath stinks of shit. So thanks for that. Well, we've got through a lot there, I think, today.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed it. Thanks for listening to us. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as well. And obviously have a look at your partner tonight. There might be things that you've not noticed. Just have a little look. If he comes home in a pair of half socks.
We're not trying to
give people
expose people's icks here. This is not the point of this pod. This pod is all about
getting it off your chest.
Getting it off your chest and
sharing.
No, stop interrupting.
Well, just fucking say it. You're literally going, just all about.
It's all about calmness in the sanctuary. I was about to say, before you kept interrupting.
Not nice, is it?
It's all about calmness in the sanctuary of life.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad you said that. Fucking hell.
You know, like we're trying to eliminate all these little problems that people have, little everyday stresses and strains and icks and whines, and, you know, rectify these things, and hopefully people end up with a relationship like ours at the end.
We're helping. We're here to help.
Bogies!
See you later, guys.